And now from around the state, your top stories on Wisconsin 360.
Well, good Monday morning. I'm Phoebe Murray, and you are watching Wisconsin 360, a daily live stream bringing you a look at developing stories and markets all across the state, plus a live check of your first alert forecast. Here's a look at your top stories starting in Madison. The man accused of hitting and killing a construction worker in April is scheduled to be in Dane County Court today for a pretrial conference. Prosecutors say this man, Michael Martin, hit a construction worker in April while driving on South Stoughton Road. That construction worker was later identified as 23-year-old Carlos Lopez. Martin is accused of several charges, including hit and run involving death and homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. He pleaded not guilty to charges in June. He is scheduled to be in court today at 2:45. Madison leaders are continuing to call for the removal of barricades around Williamson and Baldwin Streets, saying protester occupation needs to end now. The intersection has been closed since July 22nd, when a Madison police officer shot and killed 38-year-old Corey Ruiz. That was after police said Ruiz was checking vehicles in the area and took out a knife as officers tried to arrest him. Since then, protesters have created this memorial and encampment around the intersection, which city leaders say is unsafe and not sustainable. Mayor Satya Rose Conway released multiple statements over the weekend about the site, with the latest coming yesterday afternoon. She once again called for the occupation to end and also clarified what the city has done and not done for protesters. She said in part, quote, "What the city has not done is to supply porta potties, dumpsters, or financial support to the occupation effort. Any assertions to the contrary are false and are among the many rumors and misinformation circulating online," end quote. Mayor Rose Conway also outlined the next steps for a peaceful end to the occupation. Madison's Landmarks Commission meets tonight to discuss the future of a Prohibition-era bar on East Olin Avenue. The Wonder Bar has sat vacant for now 5 years, and neighbors are split over whether to preserve the building or tear it down for new housing. The Wonder Bar was built in 1932, originally known as the Garden Lunch. The bar has ties to the Toohey family, who were rivals of Al Capone at the time. The site was spared from demolition in 2021, with Madison's preservation planner at the time saying the property had historical value. And now some people are asking what has changed since then to warrant the building being demolished, as more than 800 people have signed a petition to save that bar.
I would just hope that people would reach out and support the landmarking of the Wonder Bar, because it is a historic Prohibition-era roadhouse. It's one of the few remaining, and we really need to keep these as long as we can, because once they're gone, we'll never get them back.
Developers want to demolish both the Wonder Bar and the bar next door to build market-rate housing, commercial space, and a new bike trail. They say the focus should be on the site's future and not the past.
The neighborhood's ready to move on. I would say to those people, and I would also say to the many more supporters that we have who want to see redevelopment, that we're really excited to move forward, and we're going to do something really great for the community here.
So no vote is happening tonight, but a public hearing and demolition historic value review will take place. The meeting begins at 5 p.m. and it is being heard virtually. All right, let's now head northeast for a check of the top stories coming out of Green Bay. I'll hand things over to morning anchor at BAY, Emerson Lehman.
Hi from Green Bay, I'm Emerson Lehman. Here's what's making headlines in northeast Wisconsin. A massive multi-agency search underway for two missing kayakers. They went out on the water near Washington Island Saturday night. Police say they were called to the area of Wickman Drive just before 7 Saturday night. They say the two 20-year-old kayakers went out after dark without life jackets. The U.S. Coast Guard suspended its search late Sunday morning. Other local agencies will keep up those efforts. Washington Island's police chief said search operations will continue until further notice. The missing man is about 5'11", last seen wearing khaki shorts. The woman 5'1", possibly in a teal or red and pink swimsuit. Both have brown hair, and they have not been named by officials. You're asked to call authorities immediately if you spot them. Green Bay police investigating a suspicious death on the city's west side. They are not naming the victim. Police say this started as a report of a disturbance between two people they were called to a home on King James Drive around 10:15 Friday night. There they found a 35-year-old man inside that home who appeared to be hurt. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say the cause of death remains under investigation. They also say no arrests have been made, but believe it was an isolated incident. Anyone with information related to the case is encouraged to contact the Green Bay Police Department. It's been exactly 1 week since this devastating EF3 tornado swept through the Fox Valley. The National Weather Service confirming it was the worst that the area has seen in more than 4 decades. More members of the Wisconsin National Guard will arrive to help the area later this morning. 25 more members will be deployed to join the more than a dozen already here. They've been helping with traffic control in Menasha, Fox Crossing, along with the city and town of Neenah. Officials say deploying those troops will allow first responders and utility crews to focus on other responsibilities. And Volunteer Fox City says volunteers still needed today to help with tornado recovery, but public donations no longer being accepted. Instead, distribution sites are being set up closer to the hardest hit areas. The volunteer center at the old WO Oshkosh campus in Menasha scaling back by shifting from general volunteer work to specialized assignments only. The public is asked not to report to that center on Tuesday. Monetary donations to the United Way Fox Cities is now the best way to help. If you need disaster resources, you're asked to contact 211 to get connected. That's what's making headlines here in Northeast Wisconsin. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Emerson, thank you. For more on any of those stories, you can head to their website, WBAY.com. You're watching Wisconsin 360. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more top stories from across the state in 60 seconds. Welcome back to Wisconsin 360. Let's now head to Western Wisconsin for today's top stories. I'm going to hand things over to morning anchor at WEAU 13 News, Bob Gallagher.
This is your Wisconsin 360 update from WEAU 13 News. I'm Bob Gallagher. 2 people are in the hospital after a small plane crashed shortly after takeoff in Dunn County. Just after noon yesterday, the crash was reported in a cornfield in Hay River Township. There were 2 people on board, the pilot, a 36-year-old woman from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the passenger, a 51-year-old man from Marshfield. Both were taken to the hospital with injuries from the crash. Officials say the plane had taken off from Boyceville Municipal Airport. The wreckage has now been removed from the site. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. Eau Claire firefighters are mourning one of their own. Firefighter Bryce Youngbluth died in the line of duty after a sudden medical emergency shortly after his shift. WEAU's John Franklin spoke with the deputy chief about who Bryce was and the impact he left in a short time with the department.
We got to know him in a relatively short amount of time, but it feels like he was with us for a long time.
Although his time at the department was brief, Bryce Youngbluth was a firefighter with a ton of promise.
You could tell that he was going to be somebody who was going to go a long ways on our department. Very personable young man.
His passing will be felt all around the Eau Claire Fire Department.
We live, eat, sleep together. We work at a firehouse together. It's a family. We're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, weekends, holidays. You get to know each other, you get to know their families, you watch their kids grow up.
The department was notified that Bryce was in the hospital following a sudden medical emergency after his shift on Sunday, July 26th. Ever since, his coworkers have not left his side.
So it's been taxing for our firefighters who've been up at the hospital doing a watch over him and his family. It's something we do is we stand by in case the family needs anything. We try to be around the clock 24 hours just to be there in support of them.
Bryce's processional made it from Minneapolis to Eau Claire to Hayward, where he is from. Hundreds of people came out to show their support, including firefighters supporting their fallen friend.
How we do that is by being there for the family, providing the escorts, making sure that we get our fallen firefighter to his resting spot, his final resting place with us there for him too, and his family.
According to the department, some traits Bryce will be remembered by include his passion, his dedication, his courage, and his honor.
He leaves behind a family that cared for him, a young son and a wife, but we're going to miss him just as bad.
John Franklin, WEAU 13 News.
And that's a check of your news headlines in Western Wisconsin. I'm Bob Gallagher. Have a great day.
Bob, thank you. And for more on any of those stories, you can head to their website, weau.com. Here are the top stories now out of Wausau. I'm going to hand things over to morning anchors Erin and Cassandra from Channel 7.
Good morning from Wausau. I'm Cassandra Cepeda.
And I'm Erin Taylor.
Last week's tornado in Menasha is bringing up a lot of emotions, especially for people in Ringgold.
The community was hit by an EF3 tornado in April. About 75 homes were destroyed, and now one woman has a message if you're thinking about what you can do to help survivors in the Fox Valley. Abigail Schultz and her family are still recovering, but now have a place to call home in Wausau. Community support and donations help them get through the process, but she remembers feeling overwhelmed when people asked what she needed. After hearing about the Menasha tornado, Schultz turned to Facebook, sharing the best way people can help without adding the stress of those, or to the stress of those already overwhelmed.
So a very, very simple wardrobe in that person's size. It's very helpful when somebody just grabbed a pack of t-shirts that was in our size and we just knew, okay, we have these t-shirts. We're good to go, shorts and stuff like that.
Schultz says the best donation is a suitcase packed with what the person actually needs so they can move around easily. Well, one person is dead and 4 more are injured after a crash in Langley County.
Yeah, it happened just before 5:30 Saturday evening. The county's dispatch received a call reporting a 3-vehicle crash at the intersection of Highway 45 and County Road B. That's in the town of Upham. A 61-year-old man from Tigerton died at the scene. 4 others were hurt and taken to the hospital. The crash is under investigation. We'll keep you informed when we learn more. 2 people are recovering this morning after their boat caught fire on Lake Minocqua last night. It happened just before 6 in the evening. That's when crews were called to a public pier east of the US 51 bridge. The 2 people injured sustained minor burns. Police tell News Channel 7 that's when the fire started, or rather, the fire started when gasoline was being poured into the boat and was ignited by a spark from the battery.
Well, with how hot it's been recently, you might find yourself wanting to take a day off to get out to the lake. But those warmer temperatures have also been affecting water levels. Lake Nokomis near Tomahawk has seen its water level drop 4 feet this summer. And while it hasn't affected all the businesses, it's a problem for smaller lakes. As those who are looking to fish their favorite lake, you may need to change up where you're going.
When the temperature goes up, all the weeds form, and some of those invasive species take over the good weeds that are there. And so at night, all the oxygen goes away. Bait fish have to move out. There's no cover for them.
The lower depths are also making it difficult for some people to get their boats out of their boathouses. The rocks and down branches are now new hazards for boaters to look out for in certain places.
The Wisconsin Valley Fair is right around the corner, and on Saturday, the Ringgold Fire Department and volunteers were helping set up the stage in preparation for this year's musical guests. They include Chris Jansen, Shenandoah, and Skillet. And over the fair's 6 days, they expect more than 150,000 guests. It's bringing back the rodeo, demolition derby, and a fireworks show. But organizers say there's more to the fair than just festivities.
The biggest thing for the community is, I would say 70% of the vendors here are nonprofits, and this is their biggest fundraiser. I'm a member of the Wausau Optimist, for example. We probably give $50,000 back to the community just out of what the Wausau Optimists profit on the Wisconsin Valley Fair.
The fair runs tomorrow through the 9th.
That's a look at the top stories from across north central Wisconsin.
Have a good day.
Aaron and Cassandra, thank you. For more on any of those stories, you can check them out on their website, WSAW.com. That's it for top stories here on Wisconsin 360 this Monday morning. I'm signing off, but stick around. We've got Delaney Bowles detailing your first alert forecast. She's going to join you just after this break. Make it a great day.
Connected to you on all devices and wherever you stream. This is WMTV 15 News Plus.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. It's meteorologist Delaney Bowles here with your forecast update. We are getting the windows clean behind us if you hear some of that. But yeah, we had a much needed rainfall Friday into Saturday. So the weekend started off on a wet note, but we ended things nice and pleasant, and that trend continues as we move through your Monday to kick off the work week. Mostly sunny and pleasant for the day today. So as we look ahead at the rest of the week, here are the headlines. Again, nice today. We continue quiet into your Tuesday before we do start to track some showers and thunderstorms moving in Tuesday night into the day Wednesday, and then wrapping things up on another nice note Thursday and Friday. So that's kind of a look ahead at what we are expecting. And as I mentioned, we're seeing lots of sunshine on this Monday. You can see that as we take a live look out over the UW campus here in Madison, where we do have a current temperature of 69 degrees. The dew point is at 61. Calm conditions, so not going to be seeing much in the way of winds today. I'll show you what those are looking like throughout the area here in just a second. But temperatures are ranging anywhere from the upper 60s to the low 70s. It is 68 degrees in Janesville and Watertown, 66 in Partyville, 71 in Monroe, 70 in Platteville and Camp Douglas. So a comfortable start to the morning. Dew points are in the low to mid 60s, so you'll feel a touch of that humidity today, but not expecting these to increase too much more from where they are right now, but I do think these numbers will be higher as we head into your Tuesday tomorrow. Southerly winds will continue to push some more moist air into southern Wisconsin, and that will also warm our temperatures up a bit from today as well. So winds, as I mentioned, those are going to remain very light around southern Wisconsin through the day today. Any spots that are reporting winds, those are only in that 3 to 5 mile per hour range. Several spots reporting calm conditions. And that is all due to high pressure, which is leading to the clear skies. Of course, high pressure is characterized by sinking air, which suppresses any cloud development and rain chances, therefore. So quiet, dry, sunny today for your Monday. But we do want to give you that first alert to the next best chance of showers and thunderstorms across southern Wisconsin. We've talked about this for a few days now, and that is a cold front that we have to the northwest of here. And you can see right now already bringing about some showers and thunderstorms for North Dakota, also into northern Minnesota now toward International Falls. So this is going to be our weather maker for the next chance of showers and storms across our region. And I think we're going to have, for the most part, a couple dry days before that does arrive. Absolutely no concerns today. You can see as we move through the day, our area of high pressure will kind of skirt off to the east as that front starts to approach, but we'll stay dry through tonight and into your Tuesday. This is Tuesday morning, tomorrow at 7 a.m. So no concerns for that morning commute. We'll start things off with some sunshine, but notice showers moving into northwestern parts of the state as early as Tuesday morning. This is 7 a.m. So as that front continues to push southeasterly, we could see some isolated to scattered showers around during the afternoon hours. Not a whole lot of moisture to work with. This is a pretty weak front. I think as it kind of stalls out in our vicinity, that'll give us a better chance of more widespread coverage of rain and storms as we head Tuesday night and then into Wednesday morning. So this is 10 p.m. Tuesday. You can see those showers pushing through into Wednesday morning. And then if we can get into some clearing, the sky is clearing, we could build a little bit more instability for another round of showers and storms as we head later in the day Wednesday. Right now we're not expecting any severe weather with this Tuesday into Wednesday time frame. You can see for Tuesday, this is a look at the Storms Prediction Center's outlook. Tuesday as well as Wednesday, we are all under that non-severe category. So that light green there. Again, we'll keep an eye on things as we are expecting this activity to develop along a front. If we start to see any changes with the latest data and trends towards some stronger thunderstorm potential, we would of course let you know that. And if the Storm Prediction Center did bump us up to a higher risk for severe weather. But right now, not concerned about that, especially with the timing of that first round of storms being later Tuesday and into Wednesday morning. So we'll continue to keep you posted on that, but for now, expect that to be the next chance of rain. And with that being said, though severe weather is not expected at the time, we could see some heavier downpours with any of the thunderstorms that set up across our region. You can see Tuesday, so this would be, again, Tuesday night, that level 1 out of 4 risk for heavy rain, and then upgrading to a level 2 out of 4 for Madison, points south and southeastward. So again, I think the biggest concern with anything we see could be some heavier downpours leading to localized flooding, as again, we do have that chance of another round of showers and storms later Wednesday if the atmosphere is able to recover in time after the morning round. So I think this would be the main concern, as we're just not too worried about any severe weather potential at the moment. And yes, we did pick up a lot of rain over the Friday, Saturday time frame, but that still had us well below average in terms of the monthly precipitation for July, over 2 inches below where we should have been. So we could still use some rain across the region, and we will see it, I think, especially across southeastern parts of the state again Tuesday night into Wednesday. But before we get there, a very nice Monday headed our way. Seasonable temperatures by this afternoon. Highs will be in the low 80s after a cooler weekend. We were in the 70s, especially cool Saturday as the rain and clouds hindered those temperatures for us. But today you can see 81 degrees for the high in Madison. That is our average on August 3rd. So right where we should be this time in early August. 83 in Partyville and Janesville, 81 for the high there in Mineral Point. Lows tonight you can see will once again drop into the 50s for some spots, but mainly near that 60-degree mark. And that's as some of that warmer air starts to move its way into the area. So I think dew points will be up more tomorrow compared to what we'll see today. So you'll feel a little bit more of that humidity. Temperatures a touch warmer as well in the mid 80s. 84 degrees will be the high tomorrow in Madison. Notice the drop in temperatures into Wednesday, though. Again, that is that cold front to bring us that chance of rain and storms. We're looking at a high of 78 Wednesday, but temperatures bounce back up to average. We will see highs ranging from the low to mid 80s as we head Thursday and then into the weekend as well. So really Tuesday night into Wednesday is going to be the time frame we have our eye on. We dry things out Thursday, Friday to wrap up the work week. And then after a dry start to the weekend, we do work some more rain chances in as we head Sunday and into Monday of next week. So overall, a pretty average week across southern Wisconsin temperature-wise. Again, we are right where we should be, and one real rain chance for the work week that we are keeping our eye on. Otherwise, lots of sunshine. We'll have a lot of it today, and some comfortably warm temperatures across the area for your Monday. So that's all we have for you for your First Alert Weather streaming show. We will be live on air at 11 a.m. and then tonight with all of the latest weather updates. So make sure to tune in then. But thanks so much for joining and have a great rest of your Monday.
15 News is streaming